Hello and welcome back to another Indiana Jones Adventure Series action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at Indiana Jones from the Dial of Destiny. This is another figure from Wave 2, and even though Wave 2 primarily focuses on Temple of Doom figures, they added two figures from the Dial of Destiny, that being Indy himself and Helena Shaw. Wave 3 did the same thing too. Wave 3 focuses on Last Crusade, but they also added two figures from the Dial of Destiny, that being Jurgen Voller and Ronaldo. And this figure in particular isn't that bad, actually. Most of the body parts are reuses and retools, primarily from the Raiders Indy. But even then, I think this figure is a better figure than the Raiders Indy. And I actually have him right here, and I will compare him towards the end of the video. And I actually bought another one, and this one I took off the accessories, besides the except for the whip. And I'm planning to buy another Raiders Indy and then swap the head, because at the beginning of Dial of Destiny, Indy doesn't have his satchel or his gun belt. He looks just like this with the whip. Obviously he has a younger appearance, so I'm thinking about buying another Raiders Indy, swap the head, and have a 1944 Indy from the beginning of the film. And but that's something I'll do later, and if I ever do that, I'll share with you guys. But yeah, anyway, so the figure itself is not bad, like I said. But before we take a look at the figure itself, we'll take a look at the packaging that it comes in. The packaging, of course, is your standard Adventure Series packaging. Everything is the same. We have all this stuff from top to bottom, which is the same thing. And of course, because this is another Build an Artifact figure, it has, well, it tells you by putting it right here, and it has a picture of the Skull Shrine, which is the artifact for Wave 2. This one tells you that this figure is based on the newest film, that being the Dial of Destiny, given that this wave came out last year and the movie came out last year. So it lets you know right here that it's from the latest film. The rest of it mean the same thing in different languages. The side, of course, is the same, with the picture of the character and a picture of them from a scene. The bottom has a picture of Indy from Hotel Atlantique in Tangier, and the back has the same specs. Of course, we have all this, the scale of the figure. We also see the accessories that he comes with, that being a coiled whip. The coiled whip that comes with this Indy is a different whip. It's bigger, and it has a darker shade of brown to it. It comes with a flashlight, a backpack, a slightly bigger satchel, and it's for accuracy because in the new movie he uses a bigger satchel, and a snake idol that goes on top of the Skull Shrine. You can use this as a regular snake, and it's kind of fitting because Indy's afraid of snakes, so to pack him with a snake is kind of funny and fitting. This side's the same. Of course, we got this. We got other figures in the line. We got Dial of Destiny Indy, which is the one I'm reviewing right now. We got Hypnotized Indy from Temple of Doom, Helena Shaw from Dial of Destiny, Short Round from Temple of Doom, and Temple of Doom Indy from Temple of Doom. And I already reviewed Hypnotized Indy, Short Round, and Temple of Doom Indy in previous videos, so be sure to check it out if you haven't already. And the next video, we'll be taking a look at Helena Shaw, and we'll move on from there. Now back to the figure itself. So even though I showed you the accessories on the box, or technically I didn't show you, but we saw the accessories on the box. So even though we saw the accessories on the box, let's take a look at the accessories up close in detail. The flashlight is primarily just painted in a very metallic, like silver gray color, and I don't know if you can see it, but it has like little line details on like the battery of the flashlight right here in the bottom, or not the bottom, but like right here on the sides, which is the bottom of the flashlight, obviously, or the bottom part of the flashlight. Like not this bottom, but like this part, which is technically towards the bottom of the flashlight. But other than that, everything else is just plain and simple in terms of the flashlight. Again, the battery has, well, I think that's the battery, but the battery part has details. So that's great. The bag, of course, is slightly bigger, but it looks nice. It has a nice coat of paint on it. It has like the little like disc right here. The strap looks nice. It looks slightly different than the one that was used in Raiders, or that was seen in Raiders and the other movies, but it's accurate to the one that was used in the new film, so that's fine. The bullwhip, of course, is a bigger and darker whip, and the cool thing about this one, this has a hole, and the belt on the figure has a peg, so you can easily just peg this to the figure, and that's it. It's not going to go anywhere. And it's a much easier, much easier I guess, use compared to the Raiders Indy, because the Raiders Indy, has the that hook that attaches to the gun belt, and well attaches to the peg, and that was just, you know one big mess. The back, of course, we have the backpack that he wears in Sicily. It looks nice and looks accurate to the one in the film, and the accessories that are in the back, well, they're part of the mold, but these are technically accessories that he uses in the film. But the way they put the accessories in the backpack look nice, and again, these are permanent. They're part of the backpack mold, but they're technically accessories, so they look nice, and they look just like how they're depicted in the film. So there's that. So articulation that he has is a ball joint at the head, ball joint at the lower neck, hinged shoulders, hinged elbows, ball joint on both of his wrists, ball joint at the waist, hinged hips, swivel thigh, hinged knees, and hinged ankles. And the likeness looks a lot like Harrison Ford. Obviously, looks like an older Harrison Ford, given that he is older and Indy is older in this film. So it has to look different, but it looks nice. Like I said earlier, most of the body parts are reuses and retools. The body is a reuse from Raiders Indy. Let me compare it to, actually. Oops, this fell off. I'll fix this later. But here is the Raiders Indy on my right side, and like I said, the body's the same. The arms are the same too. They also reuse certain hands. So the one I have here has, okay, so both of them have the trigger hand, and in this Indy has that like grip on his left hand, and this Indy, the one I have right now, doesn't have it, but he actually comes with that grip hand as an alternate hand, and you can swap that out with that one. I don't have it on this Indy right now. This is the hand that is used to hold the golden idol, but like I said, this hand also comes with this Indy as part of the alternate set of hands. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. The legs are a slight not retail, but they're slightly different, because the legs on the Dial of Destiny Indy has a heavier feel, and it looks more stubbier compared to the Raiders Indy. Raiders Indy has slightly longer legs, and it has a lightweight feel to it. And in terms of the head sculpt, obviously their hats are slightly different, and obviously besides the age, the likenesses in terms of Harrison Ford look different. And I would say, again, the Dial of Destiny has a better likeness to Harrison Ford, even though he's older in this one. The resemblance looks more like Harrison Ford, unlike the Raiders Indy. And of course, their satchels are different sizes. Raiders has a smaller satchel. Dial Indy has a bigger satchel. And like I said earlier, the straps are different, but it's really for on-screen accuracy. And that's it for the comparison. And yeah, and I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I did buy 2 of these figures. I have them right here. I took the accessories off on this one, and the reason for that is because I'm planning to buy another Raiders Indy and do a custom where I swap the head and basically make this version 1944 Indy at the beginning of Dial of Destiny, because at the beginning of Dial of Destiny we see a younger Indiana Jones, and he's depicted without his gun belt and his satchel. He's just plain old Indy with his whip. And yeah, obviously the Indy we saw was a CGI Indy, but it's meant to be a younger Indy from that time period. So yeah, I do plan on making a custom, and if I do, I might share with you guys or post on my social media, and maybe the community post on YouTube. But yeah, that's something I can worry about later. Now, this figure, I'll probably give it a 9 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it's better than the Raiders Indy, and I don't think it needs much work. It looks fine the way it is. And with that being said, thank you for watching as always, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your night, and enjoy. Bye.